My name is Gerald, and I am here today because I am addicted to Looksmaxing.
It is very brave of you to be here, Gerald.
Please call me Zoomer, Mr. Therapist.
What is a Looksmaxing? Is it a type of beer?
Why don't you explain what Looksmaxing is, Zoomer?
Sure. Looksmaxing is a complex system of practices and procedures designed to enhance your looks and eventually ascend.
Derek, we all did things when we were young. Please, Zoomer, take us through your Looksmaxing journey.
There are two types. I started with soft maxing after I was not having much luck with women. I used to swipe left for hours on anything I saw. I eventually developed carpal tunnel. And still, I never got a match, and then one day, I see an ad. I clicked on it with my cooked thumb and it took me to a community of people who just wanted to ascend in society like me. I was introduced to the basics of soft maxing, which is things like gym, skincare and healthcare routines, along with some makeup to enhance facial features.
This just sounds like you're a metrosexual. Back in my day, people would have spat at you and called you a pansy until you became a man.
No, I assure you that Looksmaxing is a masculine practice. Look at me, I'm Mog, you old man.
Putting makeup on and using moisturizing creams is for puffs.
Derek, that's not right. I remind you, this is not a place for judgments.
Wait until you hear about hard maxing.
Oh? What's that? Is that when you start applying foundation a bit harder?
Please, Zoomer, carry on.
Well, soft maxing wasn't enough. It does nothing for the jawline, which was my major weakness. So I looked into other methods.
You hit your face with a hammer?
It's Wolf's Law, bro. When bones are damaged, they grow back stronger.
Stupid. Anyone who has smashed a bone knows it is weaker once it recovers.
I'm here because I smashed my bone too much.
The fuck?
So, how did the bone smashing go?
It wasn't enough to bring my jawline forward, so I got surgery.
Are you sure you want this procedure?
It is my dream to Mog with a strong jawline, doc. I have tried everything else.
Everything else? There is nothing you can do outside of surgery to get a more defined jawline.
What about Wolf's Law?
Just because some guy has enough vanity to name a law after himself doesn't make it real.
How much will this cost me?
20 grand.
Where does a young lad like you get 20 grand?
Debt maxing.
Oi, bruv, you mind telling us how to debt max, innit?
Guys, this isn't a financial advice session. You had another surgery, Zoomer? Care to share that one?
I have had a few. Once I recovered from the jaw surgery, I used the PSL app to check my new rating. It was a 5.5. I had gained a couple of points, but I hadn't ascended yet.
PSL? What's that mean?
Perceived sexual level. It is a scale that uses a normal distribution.
What's so normal about this distribution, bruv?
He doesn't even know what that is.
And you do? Boomer.
I never said that I did.
Please carry on, Zoomer.
So the app and Looksmaxing forum users told me that in order to ascend, I would need hunter eyes.
Back again, huh?
This time I want the hunter eyes.
That is a very intrusive surgery.
Nothing will stop my ascension, Mr. Plastic Surgeon Doctor, nothing.
Fine. For another 20 grand, I'll throw in a nose job. You need it. It is half your face.
Please fix my huge nose too, Doc. I would also need to buff up, so I asked Reddit Looksmaxers for advice and they suggested a set of peptides.
Do you trust everything these Reddit kids say?
I have more trust in the ads I see on the hub telling me that women near me want to hook up.
Bruh.
Carry on, Zoomer.
The muscle growth started well, but I had to take time out of the gym after my hunter eyes surgery. Excuse me, it's my modeling agent. Hello, Mr. Agent.
I got you a modeling gig. They are offering 20 grand.
Tell them to double it and we got a deal. Well, I made it. I'll be walking the stages of Paris while you losers are sat around here wallowing in self-pity.
They didn't go for it.
Shame. I guess we will have to take the initial offer.
They retracted that too. Deals off.
So friends, where were we in the story?
What was the PSL after you got hunter eyes, bruv?
It took me to a 6.5.
You paid another 20 grand for a 1-point increase.
No bro, it doesn't work like that. The PSL is based on legit scientific normal distributions.
You know, Zoomer, using acronyms and laws doesn't automatically make something a science.
You are a bunch of nerds, bruv, innit?
It's us nerds who engineered and designed that Maserati you drive around town. I am sorry, Zoomer. If I had a quid for every time I asked you to continue, I'd have a Maserati like Andy.
Not likely, bruv, innit?
I was gaining weight, both muscle and fat mass, but the fat was getting onto my face and the peptide maxing wasn't enough to counter it, so I was advised to make a trip to Mr. Heisenberg. And that's how I ended up here.
What an incredible story.
In time, you learn to put the pipe down.
Pipe? I am addicted to the PSL app and mogging other men.
So it is just metrosexual behavior.
It's the way of the modern alpha.
What fulfillment has all of this provided you?
Fulfillment?
Guys, there is nothing wrong with trying to improve yourself, that's why we are all here. But there is a thin line between developing positive habits that help us in our daily lives, and obsessions that consume us. And just because something has a fancy chemical name, or is based on some law from some guy no one cares about, doesn't legitimize things. Sorry guys, my agent is calling.
Your paper on fragile masculinity has been approved. It is a hit in the scientific community. You will have a new law in the psychology book named after you.
Well, this is it. I am now a legit scientist with my own law, so I am above you alcoholic corn addicted femme hating bone smashing freaks. See you never, losers.